The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Yeah.
Hip-hop show. I'm the lyrical renegade, Ron Pierce in the building. We got Ice Nubian. You know what I mean? We got the music. We got our special guest, the narrator, the West Coast legend from LBC.
Hey, what it do, y'all? We acting.
Hey.
What's up, y'all?
Hey.
What it do?
How's it going, y'all?
All right.
No, it's going. Happy Sunday, y'all. What it do, friends? You know what I was thinking? You should go. I like Fine Ass K.
You like that better?
Not better, but I like that though. Fine Ass K. Khadijah.
I
do like Khadijah Don't Need You. I do like that.
What?
Even single like
That's how
Khadijah.
you feel.
Okay.
Khadijah Don't Need You. Don't you forget either. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I do like that. How you doing today?
I'm chilling, y'all.
Good.
How y'all
What's
doing?
up? We great.
We great.
Okay,
Can't
it's good.
complain.
You know, it's Sunday. You know,
It's-
we laid back.
You
And
know
we
what?
pulled up and chill with my sisters. Man, y'all smiling. Got me feeling good.
I know that's right. It is a laid back Sunday.
It's
I feel
beautiful.
that it's a chill Sunday. So since it's a chill Sunday, it's laid back. We're gonna have a laid back prayer from you. Do you mind starting us off with a little small prayer to get us going for the show?
Okay. So we gonna bow our heads?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lord, once again, you've given us the fortitude and the strength to move forward. And in your name, we pray that you continue to bless us so we can continue to do what you have us down here to do, whatever that is. And we just gonna continue to strive. We ask that you put your loving embrace around us as we move in these endeavors that we face, not knowing, but just moving blindly, but moving, chasing whatever we chasing. Just ask that you continue to put your blessings on us and touch us.
Amen.
Amen.
That was
a good
meaty,
one.
a meaty prayer. I heard endeavors in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. I mean, I talk
was
like
meaty.
you know what I'm saying? We striving.
I know.
Yeah, we got to lift it up. So, you know, it's on us to change our perspective on everything and lift our people up from the boots.
That's the truth.
Can I get a round of applause for the truth? I love it. I
So,
love it. I love it.
That's what we doing, y'all.
Well, thank you for serenading us with that beautiful little mini
Thank
sermon,
you.
and that was bomb. No, for real.
So Aisha, what we got for today?
Okay, guys. So, no, I think LP, you should start it off. You got the meaty facts first. Don't we got some birthdays cracking?
You know what? It's funny. Not only is my brother's birthday, you know, it's been 10 years since he's been gone, so he could have been 42 today. You know what I mean?
Wow.
He's the reason why I'm here, man.
Right.
Rest in
Right.
peace.
Rest
Right,
in peace.
right,
Yeah,
right.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
so-
respect.
Yeah. So that too, and then we also had Lupe Fiasco. He had a birthday
Oh,
today.
shout
Okay.
out to Lupe.
Shout out to
Fiasco.
Lupe.
Okay.
Oh, my
Lupe,
God.
do your thing, bruh.
Son. Okay.
And also we have another legendary West Coast rapper, is Ice-T.
Oh,
Okay,
Ice-T.
Ice-T.
Yeah,
You know what?
that's the G. That's my dog.
You know,
I like Ice-T.
it has to be his birthday because I seen him sponsored on my Instagram timeline. I'm like, what? I ain't never clicked on the thing. Unless it was SVU. No, I love Ice-T though. SVU, Law and Order. You know
I love Law and
Right.
Order.
the man.
Right.
Okay, is that it on the birthday?
You know what? It's funny because not only Nipsey Hussle died, you know, a year back and almost a year back, and his album Victory Lab, and he's the reason why I pushed my album back, which is
Me too.
Lyrical Renegade, because and that's the day that my brother died. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead
That's
and listen
crazy.
to him, because I was waiting for Victory Lab to drop on that day. And this is the 2nd year anniversary of Victory Lab, and it actually went platinum.
Right.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Ned.
Yeah.
So that's all the facts that I had for today, and yeah. So Aisha, go ahead and take it away.
This is me taking it away. All right.
Hey.
All right. So look, since we keeping it LA, let's continue to keep it LA. And I'm not happy to report this.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, is right, because somebody broke in the Ash Bash store. And if y'all don't know, we had Ash Bash, the rapper. She's been on here, a few times, and we just got a lot of love for her. She's very supportive, and like, we want to see people grow and glow, and it's just outrageous that she hasn't even been in business for more than 2 weeks, and somebody busted the store down, glass everywhere. Like,
That's hella.
that's out of control. That's
Right.
wrong. That's wrong. I'm so I'm so emotional. I'm so passionate about it. But I really like Ash Bash because she's the bomb. She's a cool person. She got it going on. You've seen her grow, over the time with her rapping, and to be able to branch off into
a business.
Right.
exactly everything that we say that we're all about, and to see, it's just it's effed up. Okay, so whoever broke in the Ash Bash store, don't let me catch you, cause
Don't right. Cause you man, they can't hit the trees.
no, don't let me catch you. All right, so look, moving on. Let's talk about what no one seems to be addressing but Snoop Dogg's son in these new photos that are like semi going viral. Like, okay. Now look, I love Snoop Dogg, and I just think it's so crazy, and I want everybody else to chime in, and I definitely want the viewers or listeners, to chime in as well. But I just think it's crazy because Snoop Dogg is so vocal on so many different.
Oh my goodness.
Hello. I don't even have to finish my sentence. But he is so vocal on so many different issues. You feel me? So I was waiting on a video with the scarf with him explaining what his son
What's doing in these photos with this flower and this hair pushed back in a ponytail, and
because I think now there's a very fine line between you on some other stuff and high fashion. Like, you feel me? Like, people I looked at his page and I like him. And I
thought he was the Fine brother.
He is, but is that the one who was in the video with the drums?
Yes. I always thought he was the Fine brother. I'm
Disappointed I am. But look, the crazy thing is, I just think that it's a fine line between other stuff and high fashion. But what do you guys think?
Well, I'm gonna jump out there. That's my little cousin.
For real?
That's my little cousin. I love my little cousin.
Awkward.
That's my little cousin. And the last,
I'm like, for real?
No, but listen.
I'm listening.
Last time I spoke with him, he was speaking on a Versace ad.
Right, okay.
He was speaking on some really big names. Now, me coming from where I come from, I know what I know. And I know if it is high fashion, if it's going to hit the runway, it's not going to be Chuck Taylors and Converse. I mean, Converse and khakis.
Right.
There's going to be a certain give. I don't have to agree with it.
Right.
But I'm not the one wearing it.
Right.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to always show my loved one support.
But if that wasn't your loved one, would you have the same energy? Because I feel like, we just conversing.
We conversing. Let's keep it 100.
Okay, we just conversing. I feel like people only feel opinionated when it's dear to them. However, if that wasn't your cousin, maybe you wouldn't be, so.
No, if it was my cousin. Listen, I'm going to tell you the truth. Just because it's my cousin and I love my cousin and support him don't mean that I got to like the shirt.
Okay.
It don't mean that I gotta like the shirt.
I feel you. Okay, so
you know what I'm saying? Like, but he's doing his thing, and I can't knock him for doing his thing. I don't know what's behind the ad. I just know that he's striving to get some things popping. Maybe he went too far right or too far this way, but he's striving, and he was telling me big names, and I don't want to keep putting their names.
So why do you think he didn't address the issue then? Like, no disrespect, and I appreciate the hustle and the big names and all that, because I have to convey that.
Right.
I'd want that to be expressed. I don't, but why do you feel like he hasn't addressed it? Because they're on Instagram and social media heavily. They see what we see. If it is big names and it's all these great things, then why not bring it to the light, or at least be like, I'm on my. You don't gotta say, oh, I got Versace, this and that.
Right,
but why not at least be like, I'm out here working, or something.
I would say that he's a young dude, and he might not know how to.
I get you.
He's young. He's real young, and when you get swamped with the pressure and the frenzy that he getting hit with at a young age, I probably would have knew how to handle it. At this point, the media storm runs at me now. I know how to fight fire. At his age, he might not know how to fight.
What about his dad?
That's a separate entity. I don't know how he gonna deal with it.
I don't know, friend. I don't know.
We talking about
because the dad just went crazy on Gayle King about a comment for Kobe Bryant, and then had to recant the statement.
Yes.
I feel like I am on my journalistic tip today.
You feel me? I see you, friend.
Yeah.
I see you.
Recant.
But look, because I don't want to dwell too much on that because I want enough time to get to you.
Right.
Just give y'all statements, comments, and we gonna move on because I'm just.
Well, I know you want to touch on some things.
Yes.
I already know, but you know what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm hearing you.
Overall, I just feel like he was the fine brother, and I'm mad that he did that to me because I had hopes. Okay.
Okay. But just look, let's go, LP, because I got more questions.
It's funny because my dad knows Snoop Dogg. He knows Snoop knows my family, but he doesn't know me. But so. My family is part of Roscoe's, you know what I mean? He always go up there and show love and everything, you know what I mean?
So you have a biased opinion?
Me too.
No.
Okay.
The thing is,
I
it's
am
like
stormy weather. What's
let me just say this. I just don't like the fact that, Snoop Dogg apologized after what happened with what he said about
No,
Gayle
not
King.
Gayle. Come on, friend. The son. Tell me what you think about the son and why you think.
I know, but I'm just saying the fact that and the fact that happened and he apologized about that. It's just now his son just coming out with the pictures and stuff and I'm like, what is going on? Because to me, I feel like Snoop is really taking losses left and right because
kind of conspiracy vibes.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we don't know what's going on.
Right.
So that's why.
That's why you can't really
say anything. But here we are. So okay,
we just got to move on.
Yeah, we do. Let's go. Okay. Look, so shout out to Lil Wayne for Let's give Lil Wayne hand claps if y'all like Lil Wayne. His new album Funeral landed #1 on the Billboard charts. 200 top Billboard charts. So that's very great. We love Lil Wayne. I commend the hustle. He's been in the game for a long time. I think what my favorite mixtape. Let me not even get to lying. Okay, but I love Lil Wayne.
I like the one that got Mr. Officer on it.
There we go.
That one.
Carter 3.
The Carter 3. Okay.
The
What is the mixtapes that came out? I'm drawing blank, but I want to say the Drought and all that.
The Carter 3 was what Miss Officer was on.
Okay,
that's the one. Everything else.
Yes. I liked him. I don't know.
Oh, and what you need, boy?
I need a hot girl. Okay, so
that one.
Now look, what I want to shout out to Lil Wayne in all respective order, but I want to move on to the game. LP, you got the picture?
Let me just explain before I'd even put up this picture. The Game is one of my favorite rappers that inspired me to not just to do music, but his just how he just speak his truth. You know what I mean? I don't know about his gang banging background because there's a lot of people been telling me that he's not really about that life. But at the same time, I respect him as an artist because that man inspired me. Hell, I imitate his voice a lot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So this is just but what upsets me the most, this the type of shit that makes me disown him as my favorite rapper. Shit like this. Really?
He got nice eyes.
He definitely has nice eyes. And nice skin.
I'm like, come on now.
And a teardrop.
No, I just think, I ain't going to take your shine. Go, LP. What you feel?
I can understand that he's honoring Kobe Bryant because we all took a big loss this year.
L, right?
And also last year we took another big loss because of Nipsey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get that.
Double L's.
But the prolific tattoo, I thought it was cool, but you know what I mean? But it was kind of like way too far. But this one is way too far.
But like, when did he become the spokesperson for like tributes and stuff? Like, why is he like so like big on like I'm gonna get a Nipsey card?
Wow.
He's just
I'ma get a-
mad
People
clout
might say it's
chaser.
clout.
I'm gonna get a Kobe tattoo on my
On my face?
Yeah, like why are
You could have got it anywhere on your body, but on your face.
I didn't even know. I'm sorry. I didn't even know we were fans like that. But look, what you think?
Oh, I think I ain't doing no tattoos on my face for nothing.
No matter who it is.
Nah.
Mama, daddy,
I gotta
grandma,
agree with you, RBX. I wouldn't do no shit either.
Hey,
It's not even family
reserve
though.
right here on the chest for moms or something, but not the faces. She would tell me, boy, don't put nothing on your face.
Yeah.
Don't mess up your face
Plain
like
ignorant
that.
to me, my opinion.
But this the new age, and a lot like we were speaking.
But he's
on,
older.
He's like 40.
This is not his generation. For
oh,
him
you
to be
saying
doing
he
that.
can't do that?
He can do it, but he can do it. It just makes I don't know.
It's
I don't know. But
it's-
just like LP said,
it's
we
like
can't
for the
really say
homies
we don't know
20
what's
to
going
like
on.
27-ish, facey.
Yeah.
No, I think it's like 20 for you to. I don't know. Let's
Yeah,
not.
once you get 30, once you get grown man-ish.
I don't think you should desire to do that, but what if your money is like his? Would you care? Would you put a label on what you should?
I would care.
Do?
Yeah, I would care. My change was all the way up. I ain't homie, don't touch my face.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Change
So,
all the way up.
I don't know. I feel like he tried. I mean, not even he tried. He was just hella hurt over Nipsey, which we all were.
Yeah.
And he
I
posts
ain't mad.
Nipsey and all that every day, yada, yada, yada. Then Kobe died. He get this tat on his face.
I just don't get it. I'm like, when did you become the spokesperson
yeah.
for repping for
Everyone.
I guess he wants to be
Damn.
Mr. LA, so LA,
Damn.
LA to the core.
He's not.
Okay.
Is he from LA or Compton?
From
All right, look,
Compton.
so we gonna
He's
just-
from Compton.
Exactly.
Compton.
We're gonna move on.
He ain't even from LA. Stop playing with my city.
Wow.
Right, look, you trying to get it
Cause
cracking.
now I'm real Mrs. LA. No.
Trying to get it started.
All right, so
All right, so, question of the day.
yeah, let's get to
All right,
that
look.
real quick.
Dwayne Wade's 12-year-old former son Zion went from former son went from Zion to Zaya. What are your thoughts? Now, I'm gonna just shoot my little statement and give y'all the floor.
All right, bust.
I don't really know what's going on in the back end, but I just kind of feel like ever since Dwayne Wade got with Gabrielle Union, she been pushing this whole other agenda. Like, I feel like she's been grooming this situation from day one, like with all the pride things and just stuff that you never seen him do with his own father. And if Dwayne Wade would have been so supportive back then, why is all this new? Why are we now seeing all of this stuff and all this heavy transition, and then it's just like bam, 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 right down your throat? So I blame her. What y'all think?
Wow. Well,
That's how I leave them, heavy and loaded. They don't know what to say. No, I'm just kidding.
my real opinion is this: that's a child,
Period.
and if anything needs to be addressed about that child, to that child, around that child, needs to be addressed at the parents, Miss Gabrielle Union and Mr. Dwayne Wade. I don't know what agenda they've been setting, you know, but I do know, with the advent of iPhones and social media, everybody's tapping into their business.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so old school rules before the iPhones, when you had the rotary joint, is you would stay out of family business. You don't
Yep.
you don't jump off into nobody's child. Moreover, the fact that it's just a child. If he was 18 years old, then everybody have dibs because he can understand and decipher what's coming at him. But at this age, he don't really know what's going on. So that's on his parents.
Right.
My opinion, I just feel like with any sexual preference, why can't you just be who you want to be, but dress as your gender?
Here's the thing,
Because they don't think they want to be
how
that.
old is this child?
Like 12.
Like,
Well, ain't no sex going down.
Right.
I mean, ain't no sex.
Why can't he just be gay but still dress like a boy? Why
How
he gotta
do
get
know
nails
that
and
he
half
gay?
shirts?
He might just want to have
Because
nails.
in
He might
his
just.
mind, he thinks that he and feels and believes that
He's
he
a
is
girl.
a girl. So doing
He's gonna shuffle through that as his adulation.
look,
Yeah.
so doing anything other than that is out of the norm for him. So dressing like what we think as a boy he should dress like is completely feels wrong. Is not right, and that's what I guess that's that whole being you movement that's being pushed.
That's
I got
why the
into it with my
bathrooms is all
yes,
transgender.
but I think
Yeah.
My
that
child can't do it. My child
that
can't do
is
it.
like I got into it with my classmates in sociology
Oh,
class,
no. You know
and I had to be so scripted with my response, and I didn't want to disrespect anybody, but I just feel like this is like a topic everybody should be able to speak freely on. So
Right.
call in, okay? 323-293-3375. LP, what you think though?
You know what? I really want to get into an RBX, but real quick, you know what? That whole family, you know what I mean? I just lost respect for it because I used to look up to Dwayne Wade when he was in the Miami Heat. And, ever since he married Gabrielle Union, it's just like, and when she did that interview with, I forgot who she did it. I think she did the interview with the Breakfast Club. And she, ever since she mentioned about eating his ass like groceries and shit.
Oh, wow.
That lost my
Damn.
respect. That's what lost.
Whoa.
That
Oh,
really lost
alrighty
me.
then.
That's what started it. Like that's what lost my respect to Gabrielle Union the way because of that. And then now all this other stuff is coming up. That's why I just can't speak on that.
Right, wow.
It's
I
just-
didn't know that. I did hear about the Meghan Markle situation, like that since he's been married to her, that Gabrielle has pulled a Meghan Markle on him, like so got him doing.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, got him acting a little different. You know what I'm saying? Got him want to go against royalty and whatnot. So you know, hey.
So you guys definitely call in, give your opinion, because you see it's heavy up here.
Man.
Everybody has something to say.
so,
and that's a good thing. So
Smoke.
yeah, call in 323-293-3375. LP, are you taking us to a quick break?
Yes, we are, because we want to get into an RBX, you know what I mean?
Hey, now.
And matter of fact, we're going to play one of his legendary singles, AWOL. If you never heard of AWOL, now you will. Stay tuned.
Uh-oh.
Unless the governor grants a stay, the warden will oversee the execution of the infamous RBX at midnight. And now from the RBX files.
Dr. Dre, do you remember you was broke and the whole rap industry thought y'all was a joke? Me, DOC and DOG sat and made lyrics to replenish your name like Gatorade. But you got thirsty for the money. Punk and disrespect the three that put your back up on it. Always talking about your word good as gold. Wash, fold, put it out to dry, cause you lie. I'll put that on my mama and my mate. And if I'm making it snuff, let my mama head lay. So fool, you know I'm coming on the wrist seal. The way you played me, you deserve a smack of Brazil. Ew, the way you played your brother Warren G, you better check yourself next time you talk about easy. Stippleman is the new Jerry Heller. Dre's the company, so to me, he like easy. Snoop Dogg is like the old D.O.E. Putting all work, getting all jerk. Does that make me Ice Cube of the place that he poppin'? Well, Dre steady robbing. Oh, and what? Food steady squabbing. Dog pound giving devil up on lumps. So he who feel foggy jumps when I rear back, compact, clock 40 clock dump. How you like me now? But it ain't Mo D, it's me. Narrator RBX, and yo, if you didn't know, escape from death row. Remember me? Stepping execution. Remember me? I have no remorse. Remember me? I'm high powered. Remember me? I drop bombs like Hiroshima. RBX is 8. I drop bombs like Hiroshima. Escape from death. I drop bombs like Hiroshima. what you thought, fool, huh? What? Now I'm pissed off and no black in the cut. Fool walks by, Cops said I killed her, but they could only assume. Never found no damn murder weapon. I'm stepping. Ex-con, execution, ex-mark a spot. Spin around and the mark gets shot. And I'm gonna take it out with the slightest might. Or close your face, you see the red light. Now you ain't got no face no more. Bullet, ripped out body, tore, collapse. Then I kick the tricky raps. Extermination. Here is the presentation. Haven't you ever heard of a killer? Like my killer gorilla, then met their murder with a pen. And you came close out a X. Again, got my itchy finger on the trigger. Plus, body bag and crush. Trust, flush down the toilet. In other words, you ain't ish. You be talking that ill. You ain't the killer for real, really though. I know. And now I let you know. RBX is able escape from death. Remember me? Step in execution. Remember me? I have no remorse. Remember me? I'm high powered. Remember me? I drop bombs like Hiroshima. The bomb dropper. I drop bombs like Hiroshima. Come on, let me up. I drop bombs like Hiroshima. I drop bombs like Hiroshima. Escape from death. I drop bombs like Hiroshima.
Oh man.
Ooh.
That is a classic from
Maniacal.
Man.
I was blowing up helicopters and whatnot.
Okay.
Man, I was
Escaping from death row,
I
huh?
was young. I didn't know no better.
Crazy.
I didn't know no better. Nobody told me nothing. Nobody
Let's go
put
ahead
no.
and get into it.
They ain't
man.
put no brakes on me, so I was running.
So let's go ahead and let me do the proper introduction up here, man. This is I'm a hip hop head and I'm also an artist. You know what I mean? You
Indeed.
know, this is a narrator. Not only he raps, he narrates. Not only narrates, but he narrates what he's gonna do and what he's gonna tell you to do. And that shit got me shook when I was a kid, you know what I mean? So shout out to Reality Born Unknown. We have RBX in the building. Talk to me, OG.
Respect. What's up, y'all? Everybody on the West, throw your dubs up, you know.
Yes, sir. West.
All right.
Bang
I was like this.
that.
I was ready.
I threw my pen down to try to throw it up real quick.
Ready to throw your
Okay.
dubs up.
So real quick, because we do have a caller down the line. So real quick, so I noticed that you were signed to Death Row Records, and that song we played that you left Death Row Records, you was the first artist that left Death Row Records. So how did that
was
song
that?
came about?
That's crazy.
Because I was not scared. And
Period. That's it. That's all.
come on, we ain't got time to be putting
So all the
baby.
rumors are true then? How people get beat up and stuff trying to
I
leave?
would know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm still down by the code, so to speak. You know, I don't just be spilling the beans.
Yeah.
But
Spill the
as
beans.
far as me getting touched on, no.
Right.
Period.
You
Period.
know not to fuck with
Therefore,
RBX.
yeah,
He
I
looked me-
don't know.
He
I
looked
don't-
an eye like.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
direct
know.
eye
But see, I
contact.
can't speak on nobody else's story. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Right.
then that'd be me being out of bounds as far as I'm concerned. No.
Okay.
Now, what had happened was I never had no contract with Death Row. So when everybody's talking about I left Death Row, I didn't leave Death Row. I was just over there with the homies. You know, like I always tell people, I was loyal to Dre. That was my dog.
Yeah.
He making the tracks. I got the bars. Woo, wah, woo. What happened was I'm Snoop's big cousin. Snoop was, you know, one of the forerunners of Death Row. You did.
Yeah.
My homeboy Nate Dogg. They was all, and I was just rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
The late great Nate. You understand me? So, I guess by way of default, me being around the homies all the time, folks assumed, you know, and sometimes it's not wise to assume.
Right.
But they assumed that I was yada this or yada that, but I was really over there working on music. Now, if we had got to a point where the business was 100, and you getting at me in a real kind of way that we possibly could have had a contract, and I possibly could have been at death row, but that didn't happen. So I chose to take my thing and do it moving.
Yeah.
So from the energy I'm feeling, you don't regret your decision at all.
Oh no, I think it was the best decision ever. I think it saved a lot. Made it save my life, but moreover saved my career because I wasn't boxed in and had to do this or that. I was able to, like you see that joint AWOL, I was able to get out there and do things that was self-gratifying and gave me growth as an artist. If I would have been boxed in at the row, I was murder, kill, murder. And you can't be international with that.
No.
I mean, you could be really regional, and you could be hard in the hood, but hard in the hood is just, a small piece of the pie, and I wanted all the cake.
This is free game for you rappers.
I know.
Period. Because that's all they talk about. You cannot go international.
I wanted to be all in, Uruguay and Puerto Rico and France. So if I boxed myself into one sound or one thing, I wouldn't have been able to do that. And being over there is what was going on. So I had to break out and do me. So.
Yeah, so, speaking of Dr. Dre, like years down the line, you guys made amends and you got signed to Aftermath. Talk to us about that.
Okay, so just I was speaking before, Dre's an artist. Dre does his music on the artist tip, and I'm the same type of artist on the lyrical side of things. We wasn't able to be the dynamic duo at Death Row because it was always different situations and entities all in the Kool-Aid. So once I left there and merged out and started doing my thing with Warner Brothers, Dre had formed a company. Warner Brothers was going sideways because the Ice-T, the Ice-T debacle with Cop Killer.
Oh, all that.
They didn't want me over there because they was like, well, he's just as bad as Ice-T. They was like, no, he's worse. He's high powered. He got the feds on him. They was like, oh, how we gonna do this? And they had already signed me, so I was at a label that didn't really want to or didn't know what to do with me at the time. So I was just going in circles. And I forgot we didn't have the internet at the time, but some entity brought it to my attention that Dre had a label, and some kind of way we got in contact with boom. Hey man, what's happening, man? What's happening? Well, I'm finna do my thing over here, and I was like, well, is it gonna be less all that drama?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, we finna go over here and do some music, bro. Like, all right, that's what's up. And so I just said, okay, well, my situation over here at Warner Brothers is probably coming to an end. I think I might need to just, do some transitioning and get over there to Aftermath.
Right.
And let's see if we can pop. And that's what we did.
Okay. So with the whole, do you listen to artists from Long Beach that rap today?
Yeah.
What do you think? Because I feel like there's a huge transition.
Like who?
I know a few. They're like kind of underground, like Tayef. Well, I won't say underground. Excuse me.
Savi.
Tayef Third, Savi, Elijah Banks,
DW Flame.
It's a few of them, and it be some of them on a party scene that you don't know their names.
Willie Mammoth.
They songs be popping.
The
but
Pot.
Look, see,
He naming them for y'all.
He's naming
Shout out to
LBC.
because if you didn't know, now you know.
Bam.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel with the transition from, like, I guess, how it was back in the day, so to speak?
Okay, so nowadays they got it a lot easier than when we first started. Because when I first started, all my homies was slinging dope, and they was living their life, and they was pulling up in whips. They wasn't playing, but they was doing what they was doing, and at the time they was like, yo, the only rapping they was really familiar with is the JJ Fad or the Run DMC. So they telling me, yo, you want to be a Run DMC? And I'm like, yo, I'm a different type of individual. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real MC, like down here on the block, like a street commentator. You know, I'm gonna tell y'all what's really going on the block. Some of them cats ain't really coming down where we at. You run the risk of getting robbed, or you getting your car, all that. So I was rapping like that, and I thought it was a whole different little thing. So, you know, I just.
Okay. Well, just doubling back to the whole Aftermath deal and talking to Drake. You know how now, like, people being independent with the whole Nipsey thing is on the rise? Do you think that could have been possible back then? The whole, I'm going to push myself as a independent artist? I am proud of myself.
Right. Do you hear these words, y'all?
The independent artist?
Did you hear the linguistics that's being dropped on you right now?
It was that meaty prayer.
She just dropped that thing.
It was that meaty prayer.
That linguistical.
That was a gem.
Yes, okay. Yeah. Please answer that question, sir.
Okay, so.
What was the question?
Okay, do you think that...
Reiterate.
Yes, here we go. All right. Just like how you know that people being independent artists is on the rise. Do you think that back in the day you could have took that same method and applied it and have been as successful?
No. Reason being is because when we was doing that, you could actually you make a CD and you go on the spot, and if it's hot, they rock with it. But now with the advent of everybody having the studio in their bathroom, everybody rapping, I know so many people got studios and they rapping and they woo wah woo. Even if they plan on just listening to it themselves, and so the internet it's
a stepping stone for them.
And back then you had to go through steps, and if you really didn't have talent, you was not.
You really was not getting in.
You was not getting in.
You was not getting in.
So with the advent of the internet, and you can go make it in your bathroom, and you can go right here, you could drop it. Then you were hearing all this crap poo, and it got to the point where it became the norm, and everybody was like, no.
So look. Because you said something. You said whoopity wop. What'd you say?
That crap poo.
No, it was before that. It was
whoop wop whoop.
Whoop wop whoop. All right.
That's that whoop wop.
That's one thing I love about, I want to say, like Los Angeles, Long Beach, these cities with flavor. We come up with some of the coolest things to say.
Whoop wop.
And cause what does that even mean? But it sounds like I need to say that right there.
I think I need to say it too. Like, you on that woo wop.
You on that
I'm done. Bye.
The woo wops is all the intricacies of the nuances.
Woo wop.
Right.
It's a noun, a person, a place, and a thing.
Yeah, that part.
You go to the woo wop.
It gives you right to the woo wop. You know what I'm saying? You guys were talking about that woo wop.
And see, I love how you can use it in different contexts, tones. I feel like if I got angry, you would know they was on some BS
she on some different woo-wop.
You know what, guys?
You feel me?
They on faded woo-wop.
But look, I'm sorry. Wait.
You know what, guys? I forgot we have a caller on the line. So
okay.
let's go ahead and take this caller
Bring
real
her
quick.
in. Bring him on
Caller,
in.
you on the air with the only hip hop show with our special guest RBX. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Whoa. My name is Bossaline, and I'm tapping in.
Hey, that's the whole girl.
Hey,
already, whoop whoop.
That
You already know how we feeling. You feel me? I'm tapped in right on the right time.
Hey.
Talking about the whoop whoop, that
Yeah, that's just the jargon that we use on the street. Because sometimes we be around some suspicious people, and you might not want them to know what your jargon is or your agenda.
Right.
So you be like, hey, we gonna slide around and roll some whoop wop, and we gonna whoop wop up out of here.
Yeah.
What?
Hey, I wanted to call in and I wanted to give a shout out to the show. You feel me? The one and only hip hop show. Y'all doing y'all thing, man. Y'all doing y'all thing. Most respect. And you know I had to tap into my hip hop uncle. You feel me?
Right.
Some of that
Right. We need a link though.
I already know.
We need the link. Last time I seen you,
it's a real conversation.
Last time I seen you was gassing, right? On Melrose, you was gassing.
Hey, still gassing.
Right.
Yuck Mouth came out here.
Well, pick us up,
Yuck Mouth-
Marcelina.
That nigga Yuck Mouth came out here and he was like, "Hey sis, you gassing?" I'm like, "You feel me? I'm still gassing. I'll be out there. Hey, I'll be out there 420 weekend. I'll be in Cali."
But that's the thing though, cause you know a lot of people run up out the city and they go somewhere else and they'll be gassed, but they can't gas the city. I seen you gas the city.
Hey, you know I'm still
Valley.
grinding. Still grinding.
Certified. Quit playing.
You already know.
So come on
you know
down.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be home. I'll be home soon. I'll be home to visit a little bit. You
Just
know,
now, you know, you got the little woo wop on the little Facebook
Hey,
jump off.
Hey, I want to say thank you for always showing me love. Thank you for everything that you do as an OG.
Right.
And you know, us artists, we don't give y'all enough respect. You know what I'm saying? And this is 2020 vision, and this is how we gonna come in on the new tap in. We gotta start tapping in. That's why I tuned in. Check out see what my legends talking about, the OG that paid the way. You gonna learn little things too. You feel me? And you always show that love and respect.
Oh yeah, you know.
You feel me? I mean, I was blessed to open up. I opened up for RBX. You know, that's how I met him. And growing up, my dad was a DJ, so I always used to hear like Dr. Dre's, and you know, I'm from Compton, so hearing a lot of little artists, I always used to tap in to RBX. Like, man, he's so lyrical, and I never thought that I would open up for him. Right. And then when I opened up for him, he was just like, "Hey, you go hard, Bossalina," and that right there just really pushed me to a whole nother level. Just keep gassing, you know, and just for somebody that you kind of like respect highly in this music biz to give you respect. Oh yeah, that pushed me to go harder. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I always tap in. I always tap in to see what he got, what he's talking about. You know, learn a little something. Try to, you know, take my stuff to the next level and represent. You feel me?
Right. Respect, and I'm always gonna big you up. That's just how we built. You know, some cats say they is. Some cats show and prove.
That's real loyalty.
You know what I mean? So you just hold it down. I'm gonna see you when you tap in and when we walk.
420, she said. 420. Gas the city.
Gas us up. Cali the best place.
You already know what it is. All love and respect.
Thank you for calling us.
Hey, but look, I wanted to tap in on that subject with that Dwayne Wade.
Oh, talk to us.
Talk to us. You done talked to sisters.
All right, talk to us. What you think?
I'm part of the community. I'm part of the LGBT community.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And my perspective on it is, I feel like he was too young.
Yeah,
definitely. You know what I mean? Because they said that he did the whole sex change. And
really?
Wow. That's where it really kind of.
That's deep.
Because I feel like they should have waited at least till he was like 17 to make sure.
Yeah, where he was mature enough to make his own decisions.
Because you're still too young, so you really didn't know. I think they kind of pushed that little line.
That hurts me.
A tad bit.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Sometimes when you have money and you are at that level, sometimes you do grow a little bit faster.
Right.
So, you know, it's kind of hard to say how his mental state is at that point. But I still feel that they should have waited a little bit longer just to make sure.
Because what if he decides he want to be a boy again?
Yeah,
exactly. You know what? I think that Marcelina, I really appreciate you for giving your opinion, because I think you're hitting it straight on the head. No matter what they got going on, he's still young. He's only 12. So really, have you even tapped into puberty yet?
Y'all remember the old school saying when we was coming up?
No, what is it?
Stay in the child's place.
Yes. My mama told me that.
Boy, stay your ass in the child's place.
But like you said, though, boss, with that money is different.
Yeah.
You can move faster. You just, it's like whatever you want. Oh, he want to be a girl today? Operation done.
Like, put her on a pink tutu.
But I thank you for.
You're welcome.
I really thank you for calling in.
Hey, Lena, okay, you already know what it is. Salute back to you. Tap. All right, one.
All right.
Thank you for calling in.
I love that. I love
that's the homegirl.
Yes, I love the authenticity of that conversation. It was so organic. It felt like you were on your own cell phone.
Definitely.
Yeah. I told y'all I keep it 100. Don't have to keep it 100.
Okay, keep it 200.
100. You know,
something new. No, but you know what? Before she called, I was gonna ask you this, because we had an artist from Long Beach here a few months ago, sometime last year. And he stated how LA didn't really rock with him like that, right?
Right.
And I thought about it. Does LA really tap in with Long Beach? Like, is there like a unity in between the two cities and all of that? So what do you think? Like, how was it back then? Did you feel like LA was rocking with Long Beach? And what do you think about now?
I think back then, now they wasn't rocking with us. You had to make them rock with you.
Yeah.
You get out there and you do your thing. So we wasn't asking, I remember when they was putting the road together, and before Suge had his core people, pardon me, y'all. We went to the Nicholson Gardens, we went to Jordan Downs, and we was battling every rapper in there. So by the time you done with all that, you got your respect from battling.
You earned it.
It wasn't given.
Yeah.
It wasn't just, I'm from Long Beach. When we first said Long Beach, they was like, the crowds.
What is Long Beach?
We don't even care where you from. Show us what you gonna do with it, though.
Yeah.
What you gonna do with it, homie? Like,
I like how this question, the energy you bring in.
Because it's 100.
Yeah.
You got to get out there.
I'm like,
that be the thing though. People want stuff handed to them.
And back then we had
respect
to fight
is
for
earned.
It. We had to, a lot of cats right now. You think if you go get some blue and you throw a blue rag on, you ripping? No,
right.
you're not.
Exactly.
You got the outfit on.
Yeah, I think that you hit it when you said the internet. It makes things different because we always kind of come back down to this conclusion, but I definitely think the internet allows people to just gain this respect that they didn't really earn.
Right.
The internet give people courage.
And moreover, it's not even about the talent. It's more you got the joint, but now you know how to manipulate these channels. And now you know how to splice this. And now you hit Twitter and woo-wah to everybody don't know no better. They say, well, damn, I was just on Facebook and I slid over to Twitter. And he must be hot.
He must be.
And then you hear yabba dabba dabba yabba dabba dabba dabba. You be like,
whoa.
With the whole stand. But if the beat is about, if it's, that's why it's called programming. If you play it enough and you keep telling people
this is it,
drop a bomb on it.
Period.
And if you don't know no better, you kind of game goofy, you might run with it.
Game goofy. That's that word. Game goofy.
Game goofy.
I'm about to start using it.
W.
Niggas is
Game goofy.
He said W.
It's game goofy.
If y'all are not hip, you guys are getting so much lingo today.
I am.
I'm about to switch the vernacular up on people. Like, game goofy, all that. It's
game
over.
Goofy, but they whoop-wop.
Period.
Facts.
That has to be a clip, LP. I need that in a little clip. We need that.
Game goofy with the whoop-wop.
Period. So let me ask you this, though. Fast forward. Mm-hmm. Are you still into music? Do you have anything out that people could follow you with? Do you still tour?
I just dropped a EP called the Equinox EP.
That's dope.
What that really represented was like Equinox means 12 hours dark, 12 hours light. And I was actually taking care of my grandmother for a while, and she passed on me. And then my girl Nettie, we was taking care of her, and she was sick, and she wasn't telling me what was going on. Then she passed on me.
What was wrong with her? Did you ever find out?
Colon cancer.
Wow.
Colon cancer for my girl, and Granny was just, she was up in age, and she had some situations going on. And so I thought I was cool, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
And I was walking around here like just a zombie, I was ugly. A lot of people didn't want to be around me because I was snapping.
The energy.
I was ugly. It just come out and I'd just be mad and you say the wrong thing and I'd snap. I had to get myself together.
Yeah.
So the Equinox kind of represented that. That was me getting back. It was, 12 hours. I would be all right.
Yeah.
And then 12 hours I wouldn't be.
Right.
Wow.
12 hours.
That's deep.
So that's what the Equinox was 12 on, 12 off, and the nighttime when I was ugly, I would just probably just try to self-medicate with me a blunt or something, and just probably try to watch some TV and just pretty much stay away from people because I knew my fuse was really short on anybody. Anybody, and sometimes I was giving it to people that I might not have. They got all that for nothing.
For nothing.
I just gave you all that for nothing, like, and I was so nasty that I wasn't going to apologize for it. Well, you shouldn't have been tripping.
Oh my God, are you a Taurus?
No, I'm a Libra.
What are you?
A Libra.
Period. When's your birthday?
October the 8th. I can't tell people.
October 5th. No, what? Libra? I'm like, come on.
Get that out of here.
I'm a damn Leo.
That's a Libra back there.
Team Taurus, if you ain't know, then
Everybody
you know.
else, everybody else is game goofy.
Period.
What?
Because we really know. I should have known.
The Libras,
Wow.
I gotta ride with
Now
the
I'm sitting different.
Okay.
Now I'm sitting different.
I ain't gonna say they
shoulda
game
known.
goofy.
No,
not.
they are game goofy. No,
We're not game goofy.
Slightly.
Slightly. They not on our level though, but we still rock with
We
them.
know how to weigh some shit up. Hold up.
Come on.
What? You say
Come on.
what?
What you mean? Oh, you
I
need a
ain't
little
feeling-
balance?
Oh, I ain't feeling how you doing that.
Them Libras be hella sensitive, bro.
I ain't feel, hold on.
Tripping
We
like
got
a
to
mother.
equal
Them
that out.
sensitive. Y'all too sensitive.
I don't feel what you said.
They ain't got no balance.
None.
As long as you know who runs the
None.
world.
None.
They the best
If
to
I
ever
think-
do it.
Hey, if I think you disrespect it, none.
None.
I'm on you. Hey, homie. Let me holler at you. Check this out,
Now
bro.
I'm sitting different, y'all. I'm like, what?
I'm cool on the Libras.
Girl, when you surrounded by us now, take us in.
You know what?
She's a Taurus.
Oh, Taurus is good. My Nettie was a Taurus.
All right then. Tell me something.
She
You know
good.
what?
She mean though.
Yep.
She mean. She.
You know it.
Let's break them down.
She be
Should we
having
break
ways.
them?
She be
Should we
having
break them
ways.
down?
She be having ways.
You know what? We're not even going to go there because that's a whole nother
know
hour.
what?
I know a Capricorn and an Aries.
My
What?
daughter's
You know what,
Capricorn.
man?
My mommy's one too. We could break them down too.
No
Come on.
problem.
I will read. What? You a Capricorn? Don't let me get to reading you.
Right,
Let me
well,
conjure
you
it
know
on
what,
up.
man?
Get you
Right.
with some pixie dust and get your cosmos. No.
Balance you
No.
out.
You know
LP,
what, man?
go for LP. I'm sorry.
You know what, man? I'm a damn Leo. You know,
Ah.
Them
I'm
lion
proud of
ass
one
Leos.
everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. It's good. You know, King of the Jungle type thing.
Yeah, we let
all
y'all do
these
y'all.
six and
Yeah.
these
They
twos,
lie
you
a
know what I mean?
lot.
Shit.
Leos.
But, yeah, before we get up out of here, you know, RBX, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But first of all, let me ask you something. So, how did you know how to narrate? Because you do it so well.
Well, I
and it
didn't.
just scares
I
people,
didn't.
you
I
know?
didn't. I was actually with one of my homeboys, you know, one of the real homeboys, and I was explaining to him that I was about to go up there and work with Dr. Dre. And he was like, okay, let me hear what you're doing. And I was breaking it down to him, and he was like, you rap like you narrating a death scene. And when I was at the coroners and the woo-wop, then he was like, okay, you need to be the narrator. But Reality Born is my 5% name. So I wasn't shaking Reality Born. And then somehow he was like, narrator RBX. And he told me that. And I was like, ooh, that sounds dope. That was right around the time Snoop started calling himself Snoop Doggy Dogg.
I used to love Snoop Dogg back in the day. He was so fun.
So, that, beside that sidebar, she slid.
I had to just slide it in real fast.
Snoop, holler at
Hey
her.
man, Snoop man, she hollered you out, cuz. She swerved.
You know what?
She put on some Dayton's and swerved all in your lane.
On that whoopie wop.
You know what?
Dinner now.
Here's a fun fact. You guys listen to The Chronic, right? Mm-hmm. Let me give y'all a spoiler. If you have heard the Chronic all the way through, RBX is featured in a lot of songs. Tit for Tat, Lyrical Gangbang with also a West Coast legend lyricist, Lady of Rage.
Ray G.
Okay.
Rage.
There's another one I forgot, but yeah, RBX, man.
Corrupt, Lyrical Gangbang, Stranded on Death Row, you dig? The
Name
Vote.
him.
Period.
Stranded on Death Row, Rat-a-tat,
Resonate thick.
Lyrical Gangbang, High Powered,
High Power, that's what I was
The
about to mention.
Roach, Little Ghetto Boy,
Little ghetto boy.
So somebody who doesn't know where to find you, where would they find you at? What's your connection?
On Twitter, let me get it right. Twitter, I'm at Narrator RBX. On Facebook, I'm Eric Miller. And on IG, I'm Mr. Narrator X.
Okay, bomb. So look, excuse me. What we do here is we follow each other. We support each other. So you guys make sure y'all tap in. If we follow you, you gonna follow us back?
Yeah, I'm gonna tap
Don't be funny.
I don't be funny on the internet.
Right.
I'm just like this on the internet.
Now we cool. I believe that you.
I'll be tripping on the internet. Some fools say the wrong thing. It's on.
Niggas is weird,
man. I'm not. Hey,
we don't do no talking. We just go confront and start.
I ain't blocking
ass.
you or nothing. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna let you say. I'm gonna give you your. I ain't gonna block you.
I'm gonna let you respond all that.
Pop.
This is a real nigga.
We gonna pop. How you gonna
know
run?
Who this man is? He's an OG. Like
an OG for sure.
No, for real. So
real quick, I wanted to play actual song that Poetess actually sent me, but RBX, can you know what?
You know what?
I really, because like you are so known like to do narration. Can you actually narrate us for the Only Hip Hop Show exclusive one time before we get up out of here?
Oh, for sure. One time for the mind. LA City, Long Beach, Watts, all areas adjacent. Throw your dubs up. The Only Hip Hop Show. You heard? Morris Studios. What up, Fifi? Get active. You know what it is. Dubs up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Who's Fifi?
I just wanted to. We gonna get up out of here. You know.
You don't know who Fifi is?
Dubs up, Fifi.
You don't know who Fifi is?
No, well, we'll find out.
How do we? Wait.
Morris.
Okay, Khadijah, we go. Okay. So we gonna.
I forgot. Let me say. How can I say this? I've been knowing Miss Morris for a long time, like way back. And so her name is Miss Felicia Morris.
Gotcha.
I just say Fifi.
Gotcha.
You know I'm a
and that is the poetess, ladies and gentlemen.
The
Oh, is
poetess.
that the P.
That's the poetess, ladies and gentlemen.
P's super cool.
And
She ain't never
just
told
want
us
to
her
appreciate
real
her
name.
for making this happen. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. So we're going to actually play. So Poetess actually requested this to play the song with RBX featuring the Poetess. It's called Got to Get Ya. So
The
with
Poetess.
that being said. So with that being said, we're going to get up out of here. Stay tuned. We'll see y'all next week.
Hey.